So what is human capital? I define it broadly, which is well, we'll start with capital, I guess, which is wealth in the form of money or other assets, right? That's pretty straightforward. A lot of people understand and have heard the word capital, which is basically just your resources financially to be able to do whatever it is you want to do. But human capital is the individual. So as a human being, there's these skills, knowledge, and experience that you've got, or as a collective we have, and what you can produce with those abilities that you might possess, right? And so human capital could be, maybe you're able to build a house or something, right? So you have a certain set of skills and knowledge that then you can turn into wealth, right? Which, I mean, a house is a form of wealth, right? And creating value. And so that's human capital is the ability, the capacity to produce these things, whether you do or not. It's the potential to do so. And so I'll show you a little bit of a chart here to help hopefully illustrate that. But this is a sense of where you might analyze an individual's life and say, okay, over time, you have a capacity to earn income. And most people's income is going to look something like this. If you want to retire at 65, you start working maybe when you're a teenager, earning a little bit, then you go to school and get your first job, and then income kind of ramps up over time. And so your human capital is the area underneath that curve. This is all the money that you're going to earn over the course of your entire life, right? And so then you can add that up and come up with an estimation of your human capital. It's a little dehumanizing, ironically, because it's turning people into dollars and cents. So you don't want to necessarily think about it in strict terms that way, but this is the idea: is you've got an ability to earn income in the future, and that's kind of your human capital. It's a way to express it. And so why is it an important concept? Well, if you want to think about your financial future, considering your entire working life gives you the ability to make very far-reaching plans and think about, okay, well, what is the future going to hold, and how might I adjust my course of consideration for whatever it is I'm up to improve those outcomes, right? And it's going to help change the way that you think about your financial resources. So, if you look at your entire life as this curve where you've got income that's going to come in the future, and maybe what if you could take some of that money that you're going to earn in the future and use it today? And what if you could, with whatever you did with that money, earn a profit so that at the end of it all, when you get to the final point, that whole curve has shifted upward, right? You're able to actually have more total resources because you took money from future you, and present you used it then to improve your financial outcomes down the road. That's another way that this way of thinking might change your perspective and your decision making. And then, it also encourages us to think broadly about, okay, how can we crash test my life and figure out what are the things that would blow up this entire plan that I've got, where I'm going to earn this money at a certain age in the future. There are things that might prevent that from coming into your pocket. And so the examples I just throw out here is, what if you get disabled, or what if you have a critical illness, what if you die? And so thinking about your human capital in the future, there are ways that you can actually put insurance policies in place, for example, to make sure that if these catastrophic events were to happen, you still actually get to realize your human capital in the sense that you've got that risk insured. So there are different ways that you can modify your behavior now when you think about your life from 10,000 feet, as it were.